What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Having some difficulties over here, but we are here. We are live. We are back tonight. This is HBCU. This is HBCU tonight, episode 16, in conjunction with HBCU OverDrive. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, all you have to do is just hit the cash out to HBCU OverDrive and donate to the channel. We do not keep the money here in my pocket. It is donated to the channel. It goes back to the channel. So that's what we do. And also, before we go into everything else, we'll get a word from our sponsor. HBCU OverDrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream. With their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more, you can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. So I hope everybody's having a good Friday because I am. It is Friday and I'm not at work right now, so that's a good thing for me. That is a great thing for me. But yeah. So yeah, we trying to get everybody to come on. I think everybody's still on She Loves D on her show. So trying to see how many folks gonna come on and let them know that I'm. So yeah, we are here. We are in here. Everybody's still watching Kimonos. So we trying to get up in here. My boy Chuck Hunt is in here. Dwayne Sweet. He said he want all the smoke. Yeah, I'm giving you all. We gonna give you all the smoke. So that's what y'all want. Y'all want that clout. Y'all chasing clout. That's how y'all feel. Y'all chasing clout. Mr. Quay, how you doing? Make sure everybody come on in. Make sure everybody come on in. What's good, Mr. Madison? Alvin Madison, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's good down there in that 409? See who else coming up in here. Oh, Miss Mary. How you doing, Miss Mary? You're a rattler. She said 305 is in the house. Hello, what's going on? You got the rattlers in the house, man. So look, we gonna have a good show tonight, and then we gonna shift it over to Ken Clark and the 1400 Club. So we gonna have a good show tonight. I see you, Jay White, Alabama A&M up in this. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, T? And as always, for you, hell, Wildcats. Where is my... Okay. All right. Got gonna get on some folks. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I had a good day at work. it was a slow day, but it was a good day. So I can't really complain. The missus is in the building while she's on assignment. While she is on assignment in Missouri, she is watching. She is watching as always. Shout out, what's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? We got 20 in, tuning in, trying to see how many we're gonna get up in here tonight. Trying to see what we're gonna get up in here tonight. See, y'all know I got my Arizona lemon iced tea. We got my guy Israel Carey up in here all the way from Chicago, Chi-Town, Southside. So yeah, but yeah, we gonna get right up in here to it today. Man, I'm gonna just say it just like this. Before we get into it, let me say before we get into it, I was supposed to be at UNT doing to look at some prospects for at their mega camp. And I know Jackson State is going to be there. It was a coach representative from Jackson State supposed to be there. Didn't get a chance to do it, but hopefully it should be some more mega camps, and we should see some more HBCUs invited to these camps. So, yo, my boy. Yo, what's going on, man? If y'all don't know, this the boy Jay in the building. Jay Gaynor in the building, man. So, man, y'all go check out his channel right there, man. He covers everything. Like he do breakdown. He covers like individual players. Uh he be doing like bro, he be doing some great work. I ain't gonna lie to you on that. He be doing some great work. I watch too, so I got to be get back watching because you know what I'm saying. He done switched up. He got the big microphone with the condenser on the front, so he behind his man like, hey, you can't see nothing. And here go the missus time. I drank some water. Talking about drink so she gonna talk about drink some water. Nah, bro, hey, bro, you like you got to give it up to us, man. Shoot, we you know what I'm saying. We look out for each other, bro. So that's how we supposed to do. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying. No one person is bigger than the other, and that's the way I keep it. I'm not bigger than the next person. I'm not bigger than whoever is on their shoes. So we do, you know what I'm saying? When you do your stuff, man, I tune in. When I do my stuff, man, you tune in, shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's a player relationship. Player relationship. And as always, she'll let you know. Look, she'll let you know. We are trying to get to 1,800, but we're close to the 1,800. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 subscribers, man. But anyway, we gonna get into it, y'all. We gonna get into it. Damn, you want that smoke? They want the smoke, and I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the street profits, WWE. I ain't talking about none of that stuff. I'm talking about they want the smoke, and they really want the smoke from Jackson State. I'm gonna just be a buck with you. They want all that smoke from Jackson State because to me, I feel like they want to develop a rivalry between themselves and Jackson State. So So I'm just like this. You can get the rivalry, but make sure you know what I'm saying. Make sure you write a check that your ass can cash. How about that? That's a good one right there. How about that? You write a check that your ass can cash. And it all started earlier. I'm waking up this morning, starting early, and I see a message from my good old friend, Mr. Stephen Campbell, on Twitter. That's Uncle for everybody that don't know, the bishop on other shows. So I see a message. He's talking about, well, man, you know, I got to talk to my HBCU nephew when about being unbiased and stuff. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I try to do what I can. I try to do what I can without, when I covered up stuff. But, on Saturdays, that's when Saturdays is all devoted to Jackson State. And then during football season, Fridays is all devoted to Jackson State. So I try to keep it Jackson State centric on the weekend, on Fridays really, and then Saturday when I have my co-host with She Loves D. But any other time, I cover everybody else. I try to cover everybody else. And it's like when you go, it's like journalism. You got to get the story. You ain't got to be the first to get the story, but you got to get the story. Because one person might tell a story different than another person to tell a story. But it might be the same story though. If you get what I'm saying. So it was all out of fun. It was all out of love. But y'all know how us JSU folks do. We ain't bothered with nobody. And of course, my co-host, my Saturday co-host, she gonna come in and she gonna have my back. She has my back, and I'm like, okay, let me see what she got saying. Well, let me see what she got something to say. She got something to say. So I'm like, okay, we good. And then everybody else come in and tiptoe their ass up in there, like, what y'all talking about? Okay. Marching 100 paparazzi. What's good, my brother? What's good? Y'all say we making stuff up, but it's always everybody else that says something about Jackson State, and then our people have to control the narrative. So, and we should, and if, like you said, bro, you is correct. JSU is the hunted, and everyone in the SWAC should be gunning for us. I mean, that's point blank. Y'all should be the ones to go after us. Cause we don't whip your ass. We don't whip your ass 2 years in a row. We got a 20-game SWAC win streak. And if we keep on the pace that we at, we gonna break that. We gonna break our own record that was set in the 80s by the legendary W.C. Gordon. And then we'll tie it, and then we'll break it at the Celebration Bowl. But y'all, come on now. Y'all know, soon as somebody say something about Jackson State, of course we gonna jump on it. We gonna control our narrative. And hey, hello, y'all. That's a good thing. Y'all brag a lot. We brag a lot too. Like, everybody brags. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all can get on us. Okay, look, we had 7 years of bad luck. All right, really, if you really think about it, it was 6. We didn't play in fall 20. It was like 6 years. 6 years. All right. So we had 6 years of bad luck. Okay. Y'all had what, like 6, 7, 8 years of bad luck too. Y'all had horrible coaches. Y'all had horrible coaches. We had horrible coaches. We kind of mirror each other. But y'all want to take it to the next level. And I like how y'all doing it, especially when it comes for the football field. Now, last season, we gonna keep it a buck, y'all. We gonna keep it a buck. Last season, y'all shouldn't be talking about. Y'all should not talk about anything. Y'all should not say anything about nobody. At that 56-point debacle that we gave y'all on national TV, y'all should not said anything. Now, of course, this season y'all gonna say all the stuff. Well, your coach, your coach and his boys, they all went to the beautiful, whatever you want to call it, the beautiful mountains of Siberia, America, aka Colorado, and everybody else jumped in the portal. They left y'all because your home, you got a new coach and all this and all that. And then people want to bring in the president. He didn't pay Dion this, and I be like, you know what? Chill. Let's chill with all that. Let's chill with all that. So I give you the benefit of the doubt, Mr. Campbell. Yes, y'all was down 20 players at the start of that game, but you know what I'm saying? Excuses. I'm like assholes. Everybody got one. But everybody got one. So, but FAMU want this smoke. FAMU want this smoke. They want all this smoke. They trying to get all this smoke. FAMU rival, yes, is Bethune-Cookman. They had a long-standing, outstanding rival with Southern. Then they also have a long outstanding rival with Tennessee State. They don't want smoke with BCU because BCU ain't nothing right now. They rebuilding. Uh-oh. Y'all know Paris gonna let you know. Paris gonna tell you. She gonna tell you. Hold on. I need all my FAMU folks on here. All my FAMU folks on here. Tell me where you're from and tell me if you're from FAMU or Jackson State or A&M or even from the MEAC, South Carolina State, Morgan, Howard, Central. Down to put it up in the chat. And y'all know this whole chat gonna be dominated by JSU. It's not JSU supports me because I'm an alum, but this whole platform is basically centric to all HBCUs. So I try to cover all HBCUs. Now, I will say this, and Jeff Lacey had a good show the other day. He had a great show the other day and with the topic about when we the engagement on social media, especially on YouTube. We can do a show about anybody from the MEAC or from the CIAA, the SIAC, and it won't get nearly as much traction on YouTube because it ain't, first of all, it ain't the SWAC. I'ma just let you know that it ain't the SWAC. And then second of all, it ain't Jackson State. So, when you put out something as far as with Jackson State goes, then everybody named mama want to come out. And I mean, I'm just keeping on the beam. Like, last week, other than my show that I did with Bruce Eugene that's over 2,000 views right now and still going. Any other time I do something about, let's say, like with fam, like when FAMU come out, they'll try to come out. A&M, Texas up, anybody else. We don't get that many views. But when it comes to Jackson State, it either come FAMU. The price go up. Today's price ain't yesterday's price. That's how it is. I see, bro. What's going on, Blue? My boy Blue up in here. It is wild on Twitter. It is always gonna be wild on Twitter, man. But if y'all was on Tamona's show, y'all was on Sheila D on her show. She came out with her own prediction. She said that FAMU instead of going 10-1, they're gonna go 8-3. And I want to bring her up because I want to know how she come out with the 8-3. Because I was on my way home. I was getting some food for the boys in here. So I just want to see why she say 8-3. And if anybody else wants to come up here and speak their piece respectfully, y'all are more than welcome to hit the link on the stream, and you can come up and say your piece. But keep it respectful. Let's see. You said we sure is that they got big man for examine their roster. Oh Lord, FAMU fans watch more JSU YouTube creators than their own OG Strike Zone, man. Look. Man, it's gonna feel different though this year. Back in here, how FAMU beat this USL, but losing to Southern and Texas Southern. Oh Lord, that was funny right there. 9-2 is the floor. 10-1 is what y'all trying to get. Y'all try to get 10-1. Y'all saying y'all own a game that you're losing to. I don't even know who you're losing to. If you're 10-1, y'all gonna be losing to Jackson State again. So my thing about that is the last 4 seasons, you've been 9-2. Y'all been 9-2 the last 4 seasons. Last year, 2 years ago, you got in as an at-large bid to get it to the NCAA playoffs, to the FCS playoffs, right? Or let me just say you lobbied yourself to get it to the playoffs. Then you this past season, you went 9-2 again. The only 2 losses that you had were against North Carolina and against Jackson State. And I give it to you because you ran rushshot through the rest of the SWAC after that one loss. But you try to lobby yourself to get back into the playoffs and thought y'all gonna get back in there, but it's like, you know what? We just gonna let y'all sit at the house, eat your Thanksgiving dinner, you know what I'm saying? Play with your loved ones. And hello, I'm not gonna hate on OG Strike Zone because I watched them too. Don't get me wrong, I watched them too. And yes, rest in peace to Kofi, man. Rest in peace to Kofi. I do watch them, so I'm not gonna sit there and down them. So you're not the only person that I'm not sold on Southern. I was never sold on Southern. Um, First of all, like I said, you don't even know who the quarterback's gonna be. And then second of all, it's Dooley. It's Dooley. It's Eric Dooley. It's Ascot Dooley. Is the one that runs the show. If he does not find a capable quarterback, you can call it a wrap. You can call it a wrap. And people say, well, we got people coming back, but I'm like, when you look at your roster, like you lost pretty much the same amount of people that we lost. And I'm just saying, your whole D line is gone. Your whole D line is gone. And I know you got some pieces that came in. Your top cornerback is gone. Your backup, the other side, he's at Jackson State. Your kicker is at Jackson State. So what are we talking about? How the hell that we gonna have Southern go? I think that was 8-3. Nah, that ain't even happening. That's not even happening. I'm dead. I'm dead. This man said Farnsworth Bentley. I'm dead. D line coach gone. Like, yeah. Yeah, you bitched him, but you ain't give him no chance. That's all I know. Oh man, Blue been on the job, man. Blue been on the job, so. But I'm just saying though, man. Like, I want all like I'm geeked up for this, and it's early June, y'all. It's not even mid June. It's not. We ain't even got to the SWAC Media Day, y'all. That's in July. We are in the real first week of June, and we talking about Jackson State versus FAMU. We don't even care about. We ain't even talking about Jackson State versus Southern. We ain't talking about Jackson State versus Alcorn now. We talk about Jackson State versus FAMU in June. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? I'm just saying, where they do that at? And it's good that we have. It's good that we have this banter. Like I said, it's good that we have the banter because I love it. It's help. It's banter that can create itself into a healthy rivalry. So, I'm gonna say this like, and y'all know. Look, I know Timona she gonna come in with stats and facts, and the fact is that um Jeremy Musa is returning. He's the top returning quarterback in the conference. Close to 3,000 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. His knocks are he only reads one receiver. And, people will say, well, I trust Xavier Smith, but he ain't got that no more. So now you got to find somebody else. You got to look for those bevy of receivers. And you brought in a lot of receivers to help out the receiving core. You should have 20, it should be 20 receivers in your receivers room right now. So let's just keep it a buck. Musa, to me, he's a decent quarterback, but he's not great. He's a decent quarterback, but he's not great. And it's indicative, Mr. Davis, that y'all will run the ball more. It's indicative you run the ball more. Now let's get to running the ball. Let's talk about running the ball. Last season, FAMU was abysmal at running the football. You average 3 yards a carry. 3 yards a carry. And I think you only scored either 10 touchdowns or 16, 17 touchdowns. 10 touchdowns, I think. Your leading rusher had 375 total rush yards. Your second leading rusher had 319 total rushing yards. Your run offense was abysmal. It was abysmal. And now you did shore up your running back situation. But also, and I feel like the reason why your run game was abysmal because, like you said, the people say, well, they were down 2 offensive linemen, so they had to play the 2 backups, which is cool, but that ain't keeping your boys standing upright. And yeah, we were down Dimitri Jordan. And we were still, I think, 5th in the conference in rushing offense. And like it's next man up, Paris. That's right. That's correct. Next man up. And I say this. I will keep it a bean. What's good, Craig? What to do? I will keep it a bean. FAMU defense don't scare me. I'm gonna keep it a bean. FAMU's defense don't scare me. Y'all can say Kendall Bowler. Y'all can say Isaiah Major. Y'all can say Kamari Stevens. Y'all, who else is on that defense? Who else is on that defense? Who else is on that defense? Because Oh, I forgot Gentle Hunt. Gentle Hunt is a dog. I'm not gonna. I ain't gonna take nothing away from that dude. But other than them four, nobody else scares me on that defense. Nobody else scares me on the defense. And yes, Hollow, shots fired. The shots fired. Nobody on FAMU's defense scares me. They do not scare me. Not in the SWAC. Here's a nice question. What will be the narrative when FAMU loses to Jackson State again? What will the pundits say? What will the pundits say? Well, it just wasn't our day. Y'all have for right now, yes, on paper, right now, y'all have the best defense. Y'all say y'all have the best defense. But I'm gonna look at that team down there on 1400 J.R. Lynch Street, and I would trust that defense more than I would trust FAMU's. Only reason why I say that to say this is that you don't even get enough pressure from your front four. You don't get enough pressure from your front four. You don't really blitz like that. So, like I said, I'm not going to be scared of your defense. I'm not going to be scared of your defense. Linebackers, that's another story. Like I said, Isaiah Major, you know what I'm saying? Dog. I mean, I would worry about him. I would key in on him. Gentle Hunt, dog, I would key in on him. Kamari Stevens, you can X him out the gate. Oh, hey, don't let the little stutter talk, you know what I'm saying, think I ain't confident. Because I'm confident as hell. I'm just laid back and low key, cool like that, player. I'm always gonna be like this. I mean, I go down on the defensive line. I mean, you can go down defense. Antonio Doyle. You got Jeremiah Williams. You got Devontae Davis. Sure, you got Julius Reynolds coming in. You got Phillip Webb on the line. And then linebackers. Look, I think Kedrick Callaghan. No, Callaghan. No. Javarian Jenkins. Alan Walker. I got to learn the linebacker because our linebackers are gone. I ain't gonna lie to you on that. The back end, K5, Kendrick Wiggins, Tim Stewart, it says Guthrie, Jalen Hughes, Batman Mitchell, and I can keep going. Tristan Sion. I can keep going. I keep going. Not Rick Sharp. I can keep going and naming players on our back end on our defense. So come on now. Come on now. I would trust my defense. I would trust our defense more than trusting FAMU's. Now, don't get me wrong, FAMU's defense is strong. FAMU's defense is strong. There's games where they was in where shoot, they could pitch a shutout and be good with it. But I'm just saying, everybody want that. FAMU want that smoke. They want smoke. It, like I said, it's only June. They tired of getting picked on. Okay, let's go to the offensive side of the ball. Since Mr. Paparazzi wants to go to the offensive side of the ball, go ahead and talk about your offensive side of the ball. Let's go to FAMU's offensive side of the ball. Let's go to the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Musa, let's talk about Musa. Let's talk about, you got Jamari Sharee, you got Manigo, you got I know y'all picked up a whole bunch of receivers. If Terrell Jennings coming back and you got Jalen McLeod, I know you picked up some couple of running backs. I mean, you got your offensive line, but I don't know them. Other than Musa, I don't know nobody else on your team and your running backs. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, Jalen McLeod is out of eligibility. Okay, so where he's gone. But you got Terrell Jennings coming back. And I know you got a couple of other running backs coming back. And then you picked up some running backs too. Now I give y'all that. Like I said, I give y'all that. I give y'all that. I don't now, Uncle said I don't think another 59-3, but this this year's game is going to be a little bit more closer than what it is. Probably like 35-28, maybe 20, maybe like 24-17, 24-13 in that sense. But I don't think a 59-3 ass whooping is on deck for them. We'll let them lose with some dignity. I mean, 21-14 is still respectable though, bro. You can't go. Like, you gotta score a touchdown. You had not scored a touchdown since the last time y'all played us in 2018. It's gonna be a very close game. It's going to be a close game. Now, if it's a close game like it was in 21, I mean that's great. That's great. That's great. Like, it shows the connection between both teams as far as offense and defensive wise. So 28-27, I can see that. I don't even think we'll give up 20 points in this game. I don't think we'll give up 20 points in the game. We lost 7 wide receivers, but we probably gained 10. And our O line, Yes, our O-line, yes. Willis Patrick is at TCU. He's going to be the starter at offensive guard. Tyler Brown is at Colorado. Okay. Evan Bro is still there. You know what I'm saying? I think Kirk Ford is still there. I mean, Debo Hayes went to Middle Tennessee State. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. You know, Tony Gray gone. It's cool. It's all right. We good. We Gucci. It ain't like our head coach ain't out there recruiting his ass off. It ain't like our defensive. It ain't like our head coach ain't been recruiting his ass off. Y'all think because that 8-foot person that went to Colorado that we still supposed to be scared of y'all? Come on now. Come on now. You ain't worried about y'all. We not worried about y'all. And then it's so funny. It's so funny though. They be like, man, we beat y'all in 2003. Yeah, that's when LeBron got into the damn league. We beat y'all in 1998. Yeah, I was there. I was a sophomore in college. I was at that game. Y'all think we supposed to be scared of y'all? We ain't worried about y'all little serpents. Ah, Trey Vlogs, JSU falling off. Okay, who do you represent? Who do you represent? Because we falling off, and if it's somebody that can't catch a break, I'm sorry. How long has it been since Cookman beat JSU? Uh, what? The last time y'all beat them, I think we played y'all in the SWAC MEAC challenge. They played in the SWAC MEAC challenge. That's the last time. Yeah, yep. Here you go, Mr. Ford coming on in. Yeah, I'm doing a call in, Craig. So anybody want to jump in and call in, jump on it live? Y'all come on in. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Mr. Ford?
Hey, how you doing, Doc? Y'all doing all right?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this. Like we talking about FAMU, and they want all this. They want all this smoke.
Yeah, I hear y'all making it another Super Bowl.
I said like this. I said like this. I don't see it being a 59-3 beat down like it was last season. I see it being closer than what it is.
Right.
But if it is like what we saw last season, damn, you can't say anything else.
Right.
You can't say nothing else after that.
Well, Doc, I was with some Rattlers today, and the thing that got me was when they said the word is that Bethune-Cookman got 40 to 50 players. I want somebody to tell me, is that the truth or that's just some HBCU football gossip? Did they get 50 new players?
I don't know. I haven't checked. I've been looking on Twitter, looking at the back and forth between Jack State and FAMU.
Yeah, Cause I tell you now, if he went and I'm just wondering, are they quality boys, or did they come from his previous stop at FAU? Where did he get those kids from?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. If anybody on here from Bethune-Cookman, is that true?
Oh yeah, he said yeah, that's true.
They did say it's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they brought
Ask him, where did the kids come from? Or, I mean, is it just individual kids, or he brought that FAU roster with him?
he brought the FAU roster with him. They should be solid.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because I think the staff are pretty good too, and his staff pretty good.
Yeah, his staff is good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
About it. Yeah, I talked about that last time. I mean, but if you really think about it, people say that you're gonna have a top recruiting class when you sign 50 plus players, but that's now in the day and age of the transfer portal. You have to sign 50 to 60 players to atone for what you lose in the portal.
Right.
Portal and graduation, and people just quit. Like you have to, you have to atone for that. So of course everybody's gonna have some sort of class that's top ranked. So, but I don't think people kind of understand that the logic. Like I said, in the day and age of NIL and the transfer portal, you have to do that. You have to maneuver like it's. You have to, like I said, you have to maneuver like it's the NFL. And if you don't,
correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Common just bring 40 kids one year? And 1 year, didn't Common just bring in like 40 kids?
I didn't know when. I remember when Common came in, but I didn't know how many brought in with him.
I thought he brought like 40 something one time.
So yeah, I don't know if he brought in some kids with him, but it's always going to be like that when you have a new coach.
Yeah, they want their people. That's true. They want their own people.
Like that when you have the previous coach leave out, and some of the talent goes with that coach, and they go, flock to other places. So you're gonna have to atone for what you lose.
I remember now after the spring season at Jackson, supposedly he cut 35 people.
He probably cut more than that.
Yeah.
He cut more than that. I ain't gonna lie. That he damn near obliterated that whole roster.
Yeah, I can remember that.
But here's the thing though. When people talk about when you bring in new players, are you good enough to develop them?
Right, that's right. Can you get it? Yeah.
That's the main thing. Are you good enough to develop them? Even if they did play, even if they did play at FBS, even if they played in the Power 5, are you good enough to develop them?
You changed James Houston's position when he got to Jackson. Remember, he was a middle linebacker, and y'all put him at defensive end, and that's how he got in the league. Because he came to y'all as a middle.
Right. So you have to be able to develop. Like you got to get these dudes out there and develop them to have a winning, to get a winning team. So So if you're not good at developing, why bring in all these players?
Yeah, that development thing comes down to coaching.
It comes down to coaching.
The program. Program. I got to tell everybody, you definitely have to give the kudos for the way he develops them players.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of, like I said, I'm not scared of FAMU's defense. First of all, I'm not. You don't blitz. You only rush the front four. You don't have anything to. You don't bring in 5 or 6 people in the box.
Right.
You put too much trust in your defensive line to get the pressure to the quarterback, and they get beat up.
Yeah, they run that 4-2-5. That guy, can't think of his name. He's a defense coordinator. He had spent some time with Dick Saban at Alabama. I have to look up his name. He's a DC. It was another guy, but that was a guy who was a graduate of Marshall, had it before him. I think this guy's better. The guy that got it now, he's better because he will listen. You're right. Now, that's one of the questions mark I heard today is about the defenses. But their biggest question mark really was the defensive backfield. Because FAM is going to play a lot of young DBs this year.
I mean, if you look at it for both game for the game, both teams are going to play are going to be pretty kind of young in the defensive back.
Yeah, they are. That's right. Yeah, they are, without a doubt.
Yeah, the only ones that's going to be there that in the defensive backfield that's going to be young is pretty much Batman. And it's how they do the rotation.
Right.
So Batman, Nariq Sharp, and Tristan Sion, those guys gonna be they're young because they freshmen.
And Batman and those are FBS talent too.
Right.
Them guys could have went anywhere.
Right. And
yeah,
it's funny because it says Guthrie could have went to Alabama State. He could have went to Morgan State. He could have stayed on the East Coast and played football, but he chose to come to Jackson State.
Oh, yeah.
The question about him is he going to be ready? Is he going to be football ready? Because remember, he haven't played since 21.
Okay. But he has a reputation because there are a lot of people high on him now.
Oh, yeah, he has a reputation.
He has a reputation.
He a ball hawk. So
yeah.
He's going to go out there and do his job.
Yeah, Dale State has had some players now. They've had some players.
So, the thing about it is that when Willie bringing all these players in, is he going to be able to coach them? Is he going to develop them? Is he going to develop them right? Now, we seen what he did with Isaiah Land. The only thing about that, I didn't like about that is Isaiah was paying, he was playing at like 215, and you want him to play on the defense line, he need to be about at least 235, 240.
Yeah, my biggest problem with Isaiah Land was I thought they should have moved him around. I thought he should have played, like you said, a little down lineman, little linebacker. I thought he should have been moved around in the defense instead of just being on his hand defensive end, because he had that kind of speed. You could bring him off the edge. You should have brought him up the middle. I don't know. I thought they kind of underdeveloped him.
Yeah.
I thought he should have been playing several places. The question mark for the people that I talked to today from FAM is the thing that they're wondering is, will this defense the defensive line be as strong as that defensive line that General Hunt was on his freshman year? Remember that big kid they had from Tennessee, Savion, or wasn't it Savion?
Yeah, Savion.
Yeah, that defensive line was kind of dominant with Savion, General Hunt. Who else was on that? Was it a Summer? Big kid, about 290. But that was the year that Rashad McKay was the starting quarterback. That defensive line was dominant. They were really dominant.
Yeah, and excuse me, and you saw it in the game, the first game of the season.
Yeah,
they was harassing Shedeur. They
were dominant type of but that's what they're at. That's the question mark. Is will that defensive line be as dominant as that defensive line when General Hunt was a freshman? Because they went out and got some people, but like you said, Doc, it's going to be a plug-in type of defense. But the thing is, will they have the chemistry? Will they, make a difference? Will they be game changers? Yeah, all that's a question mark.
And it's not I'm not saying anything slight FAMU altogether because
Oh, no.
they've
No.
they've been doing this they've been 9-2 for the last 4 years.
And the only problem they had is Jackson State. But now, Doc, like I told Mr. Mona, the attitude right now is sky high in Tallahassee. They feel like this is their year. And I was telling Mr. Mona, they feel that Tallahassee will be football capital because they feel that Florida State's going to be in the playoffs, win the ACC, saying that Florida State ain't had this much talent since Jameis Winston, and they feel like FAM wins this Celebration Bowl. So that the thing right now in Tallahassee is they are sky high. They feel that both teams would do very, very well.
I'm still skeptical about that Florida State. I ain't worried about them.
That's what I asked Mr. Mona. What does she think about Florida State? Because you know they got LA. Look, Doc, where are they playing LSU in Tallahassee, or is that a neutral site somewhere? Is that up here somewhere?
Who is that?
LSU and Florida State. Is that in Atlanta? Or no, it can't be in Atlanta, can it? Because they already got the people here. Is that game in Tallahassee? Because that's going to be a big game. Yeah. That's going to be a big LSU versus Florida State. That's going to be a big game.
Oh, says in Orlando.
Ooh, man, that might be a sellout. That might be a sellout right there. I'm talking about before the game. That might be a sellout. In Orlando, man. That's World Camping Stadium, I think it is. That's a nice stadium. That's where they play that Florida Classic. That's going to be big.
Oh, snap. Hold on, Mr. Ford. Congratulations to Mr. Lynn Harris. You say he got a principal's job.
Oh, okay. In Atlanta?
Mr. Harris, where you at? where you at? You in Atlanta? You in Birmingham?
Where is he, Doc?
He ain't said yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Tell him congratulations. We need some good administrators.
Oh, yeah. We got my guy Between the Game Sports dropping in. What's going on, man? I don't see y'all going no 12-0.
Who is that? Who's 12-0?
FAMU, talking about FAMU go 12-0. I don't see y'all going 12-0.
Wait a minute. Whoa. He said FAM going 12-0?
Oh, I think he meant for Florida State. I thought you talking about
Florida State?
I don't see y'all going 12-0.
Hey, does Florida State have to play Clemson and all that? They don't have to play them. They have to play them.
Florida State still play Clemson because they in the
Yeah, that's gonna be a big. Where is that game in Tallahassee or in Clemson?
Let me see. Miss Monica said, "Fam, you going 7-4? Just look at their schedule."
You think 14's gonna be FAMU?
If 14 gonna be FAMU.
Ask her which 4. Because usually, the Willie Simmons era, the only team in the SWAC beats them is Jackson State, and that's it. They blank everybody else. One of the things the guy did tell me, they said they do have some concern about Alabama State because of the game last year. But I think not Doc, Alabama State, didn't they lose a lot of that defensive line from last year? Is that right?
Yeah.
So they got to rebuild that defensive line, right?
I mean, yeah, they got to rebuild. I mean, I think every team rebuilding
that defensive line. Yeah. Because they had some big boys on that defensive line last year. Alabama State had some big people. And I remember that kid you be talking about, Bubba was tough.
Yeah, Bubba Adams.
Yeah, man, he was tough. He was a middle linebacker. And there was another guy with him. They were tough. That front seven for Bama State last year was tough. I remember them.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he's back, right? In Adams and Bubba back.
He came back. Yeah, he came
Yeah,
back.
he's tough. He's a hitter, man. He's a hitter, and he leads that. I think he calls the signals too.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that Clemson Florida State game is in
Where?
South Carolina.
Oh, that's in South Carolina. Okay.
And it's
I was about to say if that was in Tallahassee, that's gonna be live down there.
And it's the fourth game of the season.
Ooh, that's September what, 20 something or 16?
Oh, September 23rd.
That's gonna be a big game, man.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be a biggie. Because see, Clemson had quarterback problems the last few years. I think they done solved that.
And then they play Miami November.
Where's that?
7th in Tallahassee.
Oh, that's gonna be a biggie. That's gonna be a biggie. Oh, that's at least what, 85,000, 86,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a biggie. Right? What's the date on that?
November the 11th.
Okay, November the 11th. Yeah, that's gonna be a big game. What are their other home games?
Let's see. They play North Alabama.
That's a win.
That's a win. Miami, that's in Tallahassee.
That's a biggie.
They got Duke for homecoming.
They blow Duke out.
Syracuse at home.
Yeah, they'll get them too. That guy's only. He's got Dino Babers has to win this year. If he doesn't, they're gonna run him out of Syracuse.
And Southern Miss. Southern Miss is their first.
Oh, they might not listen. They ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna lose no home games. They ain't gonna lose no home games. That's cupcake.
In a sense, yeah. In a sense.
Yeah, Miami will be the biggest threat. So who they have on the road besides Clemson?
Boston College. Pittsburgh.
That's a win.
Boston College, Pitt, Clemson, and Wake Forest.
Wake Forest will be tough. They'll be tough.
And Florida.
That's that's the big question mark is Florida Gators. They are a sleeping giant too. Really, to be honest with you, Florida Gators should be dominating the SEC. That's one of the largest schools in the nation, especially in the South. They underachieving. They haven't been right since Urban Meyer left there. They haven't been right. They're the main ones trying to keep, because the people who run the SEC, they do have their eye on Clemson, Florida State, and they definitely got their eye on North Carolina. Florida's pushing back on that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. But woo, I just want to know what FAMU gonna do if they go 8-3 and not win the SWAC.
But Doc, who are the three teams you think? I know Jackson. Who are the two teams you know that you think will beat them?
If D Davis can
Bama State.
If D Davis can get it right, I got Bama State winning.
Okay, who's the other one?
The other one, well, somebody said Texas Southern would be FAMU, but they playing Houston.
Doc, now. Come on now. Texas Southern ain't on FAMU's level.
Now, Prairie View they play Prairie View too.
Okay, now Prairie View is a threat.
It's a threat.
But Doc, you know that. Now I love Billy McKinney. And what's with Clarence? I like Clarence. I like what he's doing, but Clarence ain't on Willis level now. He ain't on Willis level.
No.
And then football is not treasured like it is at FAMU. Texas Southern is a basketball school.
True.
And by the way, they looking for another president, right?
Right.
And that's always a problem now. That's instability. And I always tell people championships start in the president's office.
Now, what if Paris gave me something? What if West Florida come in there and beat them? I don't care if it's a D2.
Oh man.
They got a pedigree. They got a pedigree about them.
Listen, if West Florida comes into Tallahassee and beat FAMU, Willie or his family will get no rest. They will be calling his phone at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
The other one might be South Florida.
Okay, what's the date on that? When's that?
I know that game is
That's early or late?
Has to be early.
Early part of the schedule or late part?
Let me see.
Or middle?
I got their schedule. Oh, here you go. So, yeah, September the 9th.
Oh, that's September the 9th. So that's the second game.
That's their second game.
And that's in Tampa?
Yeah.
Okay. They got a new day down at South Florida. They brought in I want to say an offensive assistant from Tennessee. He's the new head coach down there. So it's going to be a new day down there at South Florida.
Yeah. And I mean, shoot, you could add another team. Alabama A&M could get their defense and they see who their quarterback is. I mean, they could beat them.
Yeah. That game's where is that? Is that in Huntsville or that's in Tallahassee? Where's that game?
Huntsville.
That's what's the date on that?
November the 4th.
Yeah, because it's usually now Cornell's teams play better at the end of the season. Yeah, that could be that could be a big game.
So that could be. I mean, that could be 4 losses right there. So my whole thing is, here's a question right here.
That
was Spence asked me. If FAMU goes 7-4, will Coach Simmons be on the hot seat?
No. Let me tell you something. Simmons ain't going nowhere time soon. Let me tell you something. The last time that somebody that Bryant woman, she messed up that program by removing Billy Joe from 2004 until
Willie got there.
Willie got there. What year was that? Was that 2017 or 2016?
I think he got there in 2017.
Listen, from 2004 to 2017 were pitiful. They had people like Reuben Carter. He was awful. Then they had Joe Taylor, underachieved. Then they had Earl Holmes. He's one of the worst ever in the history of the school. Then they had Alex Wood. He was terrible. No, Willie Simmons ain't going nowhere. Now, they're going to worry him to death, but he ain't going nowhere because they know about that now because they destroyed FAMU's program once they got rid of Billy Joe. Mr. Campbell, you know what I'm talking about. Is Mr. Campbell on here?
He was on here earlier, I think.
Yeah, he know what I'm talking about. They were pathetic, man. From 2004, that Reuben Carter, they fired him on a Sunday because he got embarrassed by Bethune-Cookman. I think Joe Taylor, he did win one MEAC championship, but he shared it with some people, never won it outright. Earl Holmes was a disaster. He was a total disaster. And then after him came Alex Woods. He wasn't no better. And we knew Alex. We thought Alex would do well. So, no, to answer that question, Willie Simmons ain't going nowhere. They know better than that. They got an outstanding young coach. His problem right now is just Jackson State. That's his problem.
I'll just put it just like this. Mr. Coach Gilbert, Antonio Gilbert, he asked, why was Earl Holmes bad?
Oh, he was terrible, man. He was not ready for that job. He was not prepared for it. Really, the guy who should have got the job was probably Quinn Gray. Quinn probably should have got the job. Actually, when they fired Earl Holmes, they brought in Corey Fuller. And he showed more leadership in them 3 or 4 games that he had than that guy had shown in 2 or 3 years.
I'm about the same Corey Fuller from
Florida State. That's Deion's friend. Mm-hmm. You know him, used to be at East Gatson High School.
Yeah.
They made him the interim coach, and the team was totally different once he took over.
Because he didn't play that.
Yeah, I mean, and he let his assistants work. The problem they had that year, they lost homecoming to Norfolk, and I think they got blown out by South Carolina State. This is when Pugh was really rolling at this time. But he gave Brian Jenkins them all they wanted in that Florida Classic. That was a classic game, man. That game could have gone either way.
Yeah, I was hearing about those games.
Yeah, I saw him on TV.
I was hearing about those games. People laughing at me about my take when I said Valley might beat North Carolina.
Hey, you just said Freddie Gilbert. Who'd you say, Freddie Gilbert?
Antonio Gilbert. That's the guy we talked about.
Yeah, that's the linebacker from the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
Ask him, where's he now? Where's Antonio now?
He's with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He with the Jaguars, yeah. Because I think Gilbert was from Macon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
He came on the show.
Yeah, I remember Gilbert. Yeah, he was a good linebacker. He played with Boss Bailey and them, didn't he? Wasn't he with Boss Bailey?
Yeah, he was with Boss.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. He played for Mark Richt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my whole thing about this is and we're gonna go back to it. We're gonna go back to that question. If FAMU goes 7-4 with the schedule that they have right now,
right?
You gotta be able to say yes. You got to put them on a hot seat. Is it fireable? No, because he had, you know what I'm saying, he had prior success before, this season when it was before this season, right?
Well, protocol is on that level, Doc. If they were to go 7-4, you can look for some coordinators or maybe some coaches to be canned. You don't directly just fire your coach. Usually on that level, what you do is you either change your offensive coordinator or your defensive coordinator, or you can change some position coaches.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Willie's untouchable. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see Willie being fired because Willie is a young coach. He's doing very well. FAMU's got burned behind that. I just, you got to remember, man, they were pathetic from 2004 to 2007 until Willie walked on that campus. They were pathetic. I was following behind them. I know. And they're not going to make that, huh?
And the reason why you say they from 2004 to 2017, it was bad because they try to make that leap going to FBS.
Yeah, and don't forget they had several presidents that were awful. They had a number of ADs who were they were horrible. One of them was Kellen Winslow. Do you remember him?
Kellen Winslow, yeah.
Kellen Winslow, he was horrible. He was just one of them. They had some serious problems administration-wise. And, one of the things that happened for them was that the alumni stood up and said, Willie's going to be our next coach. That was the alumni did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was sad to see because they're Florida A&M. But they would, at one time, they acted as if they didn't have a clue. They didn't have a clue. And you get rid of a guy like Billy Joe, that cat was 86-20 at Florida A&M and you fired him. Behind some mess about you going to FBS with no money. It was just terrible. No, Willie ain't going nowhere. No time soon.
I'm gonna say he ain't going nowhere, but I'd still say his seat going.
Oh yeah, like you said, like I was just saying, I could see them getting rid of some assistants. Listen, I know. Now this is what I was told today by some Rattler graduates.
Okay.
This is the best team that they've had since the 98, 99 years.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's how they feel. I was telling Mr. Mona, she was talking about the backfield and all that. And I told her, one of the things they told me today is they going to sacrifice some size But that backfield is sprinters. Everybody's a sprinter. Most of them guys are one step and they gone. I was telling them about the kid they got from FAU. They said that guy's 10 something in the 100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
He's a speedster, and he's not the only one. Then they say they got some wide receivers who can run it out the backfield. They got speed now.
Right.
But 7-4, to me, that would be a losing season for FAM. I'm going to be honest with you. That would be a losing season. 7-4?
I mean, but like I said, you go 7-4 because you went 9-2 for 4 years in a row.
So yeah, and like you said, if they went 9-2 and they were weaker, that means they got good coaching there.
But then too, let's just say they go 7-4, and that one of them losses is to Jackson State.
Yeah, my thing is, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they'll get some scares, like the people told me today. Alabama State, they got the eye on them. Okay, I think Prairie View is gonna play them for their homecoming. But now this stuff about Texas Southern, listen, I got all the respect in the world for Clarence and Texas Southern. All that. Texas Southern does not have the commitment to football like a Florida A&M. Now they spend more money than Florida A&M on sports and all of that, but they don't have that kind of commitment. They don't have that kind of history, legacy. They don't have that. Texas Southern, if you go in, Doc, I don't have to tell you this, you know this. Texas Southern's a basketball school. I would go after basketball, maybe track and field or baseball or girls basketball. But football, last time Texas Southern really was decent in football, that was that guy Johnny Cole. And he had a really outstanding season. They said the administration told him to pack his bag. You got to go.
That was 2010.
They won the SWAC. Didn't they take it back from them?
Yeah, they took it back from them. That was 2010. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the last time I know they had a decent football team with Johnny Cole. That's the last time I've seen them with a decent team. I mean, that was a threat. That was a championship caliber team with Johnny Cole. And you said that was 2010?
Yeah.
And listen, they don't care. Their thing, you know what? I still say Granger and them only care about that. For Granger, Kevin Granger and them, their number one sport is basketball. Now, their basketball team better win. But football, I've never known them to have no commitment. Now, they've had some athletes come out of that program. But as far as a championship type caliber program, no. No. I like Clarence, but Clarence is not on Willie Simmons level.
Hold on, let me get Zoe back up. Let me get Zoe on here. Zoe, come on up, man. Because I know Zoe gonna say something. He gonna like, Mr. Ford.
Come on, Zoe. What you got? What you got?
I think right now, Musa, I wouldn't say Musa is the better quarterback, but he got a one-up. He got a one-up on Andrew Body right now. He's
got better coaching. Yeah, but physically, no, Body's better. Body's a dual threat. Body can hurt you with his feet and with his arm. This Musa, like Miss Timona said, he's a statue, but it's a certain way you have to play him to put him at the advantage point. And Willie and them, a lot of times, they leave him unprotected. And they try to, fend it off by running the football. But he's better when he has two tight ends in the game.
There you go. What's going on, Zoe?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mr. Ford.
Yes, sir.
Let me just tell you this.
Okay.
You got to understand, since you listen to all these FAMU people have given Willie a coupon for the previous 2 years. Because you know what they say to a man? We'll chop the L up because Jackson had deal. So now you're going to T.C. Taylor's first year. Mind you, Willie Simmons has lost to 2 first-time head coaches since he's been at FAMU. Both of them at Jackson State. Tony Hughes and Deion Sanders himself. So now Deion Sanders is gone. There is no way.
And you
with
shouldn't
that
even
game in
count
my-
Tony Hughes. You shouldn't count Tony. Tony Hughes was
not, man.
terrible at Jackson.
Hey, look, L is an L. That,
Yeah, but Tony
as
Hughes
far-
was terrible. Yeah,
Well, guess
listen,
what?
I can see you using Dion, but not Tony Hughes.
Yes, I can, because you proving my point. As terrible as Tony Hughes is, Willie got an
Yeah,
L to
he
him.
was terrible.
Willie got an L to him. As terrible as he
Yeah.
was, Willie got an
you're
L to
right.
him.
I mean that's a fact. That's a fact.
But
I'd
also,
rather you use Dion. Don't use Tony Hughes.
but look, Willie got an L to him. It's on his record.
Yeah,
You can't take it off. But
He
here's
does.
the other part though. So now you say Dion gone, right? So
Yeah,
that mulligan
that's
is
what they're
gone
saying.
for that mulligan is gone for Willie. So now you got TC Taylor coming in. The narrative is all out there. TC can't coach. Jackson lost everything, and this game is gonna be FAMU Super Bowl.
Well, I'm not
FAMU
still enough to believe that TC can't coach because I saw him at Central. I know he can coach.
But Mr. Ford, the key word of your sentence, you said I. We talking about FAMU people. They not thinking like you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now FAMU people again, it's a coupon. Willie cannot catch a fade by TC Taylor because when he catch that fade, Dion gone. Now you 0-4 against JSU since you've been here, and now we got South Florida coming up next. You're gonna be 0-2, and we're gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a repeat of the previous 4 years. Nah, pimp, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So his seat gonna get warm.
So after the first two losses, which could happen, definitely could happen. What teams on the rest of that schedule can beat FAMU?
That can beat him. Alabama State. Alabama State can beat them.
Mhm.
Prairie View can beat them, and believe it or not, Texas Southern can beat them. Now, will they is a different thing, but can they beat them? Hell yeah, they can, because Texas Southern has the X factor to win every game. You got to remember, Texas Southern, for whatever reason, how they played last year, they had the worst defense in the conference. But they destroyed Alcorn, destroyed Southern, and destroyed Grambling last year. Now, people say Grambling, they didn't have a good team.
Did. I watched the game. You're right. They did
but
beat Grambling.
Defense.
Here's the thing: Grambling got playmakers, and Body did that with the worst defense in the conference. You got to factor in this season. Texas Southern proved they don't have to have a great defense. If they can just have an average defense that can get some stops, they're going to be a problem just because of the quarterback. Mm-hmm. No other team right now that we know of right now can say that they have that kind of power on offense behind center. Only they do. FAMU does it. Anybody else does?
Let me say this to you. Don't ever mention Texas Southern in the same breath with FAMU. Don't do that.
Hey,
don't do that.
Don't do
that.
Can. Yes, you can.
Don't do that. So
yes, you can. Yes, you can. See,
no.
you're under the premise that when FAMU loses to Jackson State, they're going to do the same thing they did the previous 2 years. I'm just going to tell you that's not going to happen.
Well, I just don't want you to. Well, listen, Zoe. I don't want you to mention Texas Southern in the same breath with FAMU. Don't do that.
Okay. I tell you what.
Because of history, legacy, commitment, you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Prairie View, you can do it, but Texas Southern, no way.
Okay. So, Mr. Ford. So, if and when Texas Southern beat FAMU, what you gonna say?
Their program has stepped up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Their program has stepped up. Now, I thought the bringing in of Everett Todd was a boss move. Okay. And I feel that, I think Doc told me they won, 6 games last year, Doc?
They won 5 games. They could have won 6 if they went out.
Okay, so if they won 5 last year, I'm looking at them to possibly win 7, maybe 8, because that's the respect I have for Everett Todd. But at the same time, when you talk about Clarence McKinney and Willie Simmons, they are not on the same level. We can't talk about McKinney.
Actually, they are on the same level. Neither one of them have. Hold on, Mr. Ford. Neither one of them has won a division title. Y'all can miss me with that 9-2 crap. What hardware he got to show for it? He got the same number of trophies that Clarence McKinney got. Same trophies. Same trophy case. Tell me I'm lying.
But here's the thing you have to understand, and I don't have to tell you that. Now, you know I'm a historian. And
I am too.
Listen, you talking about a program that had Alonzo Jake Gaither.
We're not talking about the program. We're not talking about the program.
Wait a minute. Rudy Hubbard, who won the first 1AA championship, a program that had Billy Joe. Okay.
1990s.
Right. Basically, the national championship game was FAM and Jackson State. That was really the national championship game. But I'm just saying, they have a commitment to football from almost 70 to 80 years ago. Okay, we're talking about in an 80-year span. Florida A&M only had 12 losing seasons. So once again, I'm going to say this again. Don't mention Texas Southern in the same sentence with Florida A&M. Now, basketball, listen, in basketball, Texas Southern is it. Football,
Mr. Ford, now watch this. Yeah. FAMU got all this commitment that Texas Southern don't have. With that commitment that Texas Southern has, let's say they got the same number of trophies since Willie been at FAMU. Am I right or wrong?
So repeat that again. I'm sorry. What'd you say now?
I said FAMU got this great commitment to football, way more than Texas Southern. Last time I checked, FAMU and Texas Southern got the same number of trophies since Willie been at FAMU. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, but listen. Doc told me that in the last 2 years, FAMU is 18-2. What is Texas Southern's record in the last 2 years?
The same thing as FAMU, 0-0. They never got no hardware.
That Texas Southern has won 18 games.
They got the same number of hardware. It don't matter. They second place.
They got 18 wins. How many wins does Texas Southern have in the last 2 years?
But what he's saying is that at the end of the day, none of them schools in the last 2 years have the hardware to show that they won the whole conference.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying, so my point is this, my premise is this. Don't mention Texas Southern in the same sentence with Florida A&M when it comes to football.
I don't have to. Hold on. I didn't say that. You're missing my words. Hold on. You're talking about the program. We're talking about the coaches. So there is no difference between
what. Okay, wait a minute. So, and Doc, I know you know. What is Clarence McKinney's record at Texas Southern?
The same as Willie Simmons. 0-0.
No, it's not. What is Clarence McKinney's record at Texas Southern?
Ringless, just like Willie Simmons. Ringless.
No, it's not. No, come on, Zo.
Ringless.
No, it's not. No. Listen, I agree with you when we say that right now Jackson State is dominating FAMU. Yes, they are. But at the same time, wait a minute. This is what I'm saying, though. Don't mention Texas Southern in the same sentence with Florida A&M.
You said right now. Hold on.
I agree with you about Jackson. Jackson is dominating FAM right now.
Hold on. You wrong. Let me clarify your statement. We ain't dominating FAMU right now. We dominate them in history. That's the Blue Boxer Classic. We own the Tallahassee, and we own the Series 3.
Okay, let me ask you. What is the total record for FAMU versus Jackson right now?
I think it's 13-7-2, I think.
And you and Jackson's leading it?
But yes, sir. Did I start?
Okay.
Since LeBron James had a hairline, that's how.
Okay,
we 3-1 in Miami.
And I agree with you on that, but I'm just saying you cannot disrespect FAM by mentioning them in the same breath with Texas Southern.
Yeah, Mr. Ford, I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. FAMU and Texas Southern got the same number of rings since Willie Simmons been at FAMU. Tell them
how about wins? Listen, so wait a minute, Doc. What is Clarence McKinney's record since he's been at Texas Southern?
9-27.
Okay, what is Willie Simmons' record?
Oh, Willie been up.
But you told me one night. You said in the last 2 years he's 18-2 with the 2 losses to Jackson, right?
Yeah, in the conference.
That's what I'm saying. In the conference, I'm saying don't now. I agree with y'all when y'all say that Jackson is dominating the series. I agree with that, but I'm saying don't disrespect FAM by trying to say that Texas Southern can beat them and all. You know that's not true.
That's not disrespectful. That's not disrespectful at all. No, it's not.
So you know better than that.
That's not disrespectful playing the Texas Southern can win that game. No, it's not. They can win that game. That's not being disrespectful, but saying they can win that game.
So, and you like you said, you are a historian. You know the SWAC history. You know the game.
Hold on.
But
I didn't say
Texas Southern with FAMU. That makes no sense. One thing I will give Texas Southern, they do spend more money on sports than FAMU. They do that. But as far as
I didn't say that Texas Southern is going to win. I said they can win. That's not being disrespectful.
You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that.
Okay.
No, you shouldn't say that. Doc has already told us that the biggest problem FAMU has is Jackson State. He said FAMU has 18 wins, 2 losses. The 2 losses are to Jackson State. I agree with you when you say that Jackson has dominated FAM. I agree. But I'm saying don't disrespect FAM by putting people like Texas Southern, who doesn't even have a commitment to football, saying that they can beat FAMU.
So hold on, Mr. Ford. I just want you to know I'm gonna clip what you just said, because if Texas Southern beat FAMU, I'm gonna play in my background when I get on this thing with you. I'm gonna hey, I'm gonna say, Doc, run that track back for me. I'm gonna hear. So don't disrespect saying that Texas Southern can beat FAMU if they catch an L. Okay.
There's nothing on your side. There's no history that can prove that. There's when you look at the commitment, the coaches that have come through Texas Southern, the coaches that come through FAMU. If FAMU loses to Texas Southern in Houston, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that Texas Southern program has come a long ways. That's what I'm gonna say.
Southern had a better offense total last year.
Wait a minute, Mr. Motor, you just told me that Body didn't have a good year.
Man, pull up that picture. Who do I have losing? Come on now. Pull that picture up real quick. Mr. Ford, we just went through this on my show.
I know, but I'm saying, listen.
Choose. Who is there October 21st? Who do I have? Who is losing? FAMU is losing.
And I know you ain't picking Texas Southern to beat FAMU. Mr. Moon, I know you're not doing that. And the other one I want to tell all of y'all, stop saying that Dooley is going to beat Willie Simmons. Y'all know better than that. Y'all know that Dooley ain't going to beat no Willie Simmons.
That's what I said.
Stop saying that.
I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Ford, hey, you in bed with FAMU. I don't know what's going on, dog. You a G-man?
Zoe, I'm not going to lie to you. You know, Zoe, let me say this. Zoe, now you know I was born in Albany, Georgia. Okay, you know how from Albany to Tallahassee is 90 miles. Okay, my mom was graduate of Albany State. Albany State was our #1 team. But if Albany State was on the road, we went to see FAM. So yes, I go a long way back with Florida A&M.
Let me tell you a little nugget. My cousin is the all-time leading receiver at Albany State.
What's his name?
Vincent Huff.
What's his name?
Vincent Huff.
Yeah, what year? I remember that name. Now, what years we talking?
Oh man, you about to go throw me for a loop.
Was he in the 80s, 90s?
No, it was in the mid-90s. I think it's last year. I go to high school in 96. I think it's last year was 95 or 94.
So did he play for Hamp or James White?
Oh man, I'll be lying to you. I can tell you.
I remember that name, Vincent. Now, where was Vincent from?
Columbus. Actually, no. He's originally from Dothan, Alabama. Enterprise.
Yeah. Oh, listen, my hometown played Enterprise now. That's Lenny Patrick. That's way back in the day. Lenny Patrick. Wait a minute. Was Thomas Boyd from Enterprise? Remember the linebacker for Alabama?
I couldn't tell you.
I remember Enterprise was a big-time school back in the day.
Ms. Ford, once you go past Meridian, you lost me.
I remember that name, Vincent Huff. I remember that name. I was trying to figure out, was he with Hamp Smith or did he play for James White?
I couldn't tell you.
Texas Southern, he don't think Texas Southern had a better offense.
No.
Yeah, they did have a better offense.
No, Doc, you told me yourself that Body was off last year. Some of you people told me that.
I'm gonna say it like this: everybody was off because they got tape on them now. They had tape on them.
Yeah.
They knew they. I won't say they telegraphed, but
It wasn't by much, but they
well,
was
and it wasn't by
overall.
it wasn't by much. It wasn't by
I
much.
tell you what, though. I tell you.
Let me say this, Zoe. I'm saying it. I do respect Texas Southern, but I'm just saying Texas Southern's not going to beat FAM. And I want y'all to stop saying that Dooley, that's as long as Dooley is at Southern, that he's going to beat Will in FAMU. It's not happening. That's
Mr.
not. Now
Ford.
Jackson can beat him, but Dooley is not
Mr.
going to beat
Ford.
Willie Simmons, and Clarence McKinney is not going to beat Willie Simmons. It's not
Mr.
happening.
Ford, I'm gonna need you to stop making these sentimental picks, Mr. Ford. Just because you travel down from Albany down to watch FAMU, I'm gonna need you to get these sentimental picks, dog.
No, I'm just talking about when it comes to coaching and program. Now, like I said, so come on now. If it was basketball, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Texas Southern basketball, but not football now.
Mr. Campbell said, "Stop this foolishness." Bringing up Mr. Campbell.
Come on.
Anyway, Texas, FAMU going 8-3.
Okay, now who is it three with you? Who is it three? Who is it three, Mr. Marlon?
Mr. Ford.
Hold on.
Yeah,
You don't want to.
listen, I can't see nobody but Jackson State and that white school out of that's Tampa, right? And that, where's that school?
South Florida.
South Florida. That's all I see now. Who else y'all got?
Jackson State, Texas Southern, and Southern.
You saying Southern? Wait a minute. The Jaguars
in Mumford, they gonna lose.
Listen, I haven't been able to take Southern seriously since Dawson Odoms left, and I haven't had the respect for Southern since Pete Richardson left. So come on now, Dooley, yeah, he gonna wear them clothes, he gonna wear them ballet shoes and that ascot and all of that, but he ain't beating FAMU now.
Hey, Mr. Ford, hold on.
He ain't doing that.
Mr. Ford, you showed it wasn't Albany, Florida that you were from.
Listen, I told you. Listen, my mom was a graduate of Albany State. We would go to the Albany State games first. If they won the road, they took us to Tallahassee. I got a tremendous respect for them. I do.
Hey man,
I'm not a graduate of FAMU, but I do have a lot. I got a lot of history.
You might well be. You might well be.
I got a lot of history with them.
I
I do not want you telling people that Texas Southern has a chance to beat Florida A&M. You know that's not true. And stop telling people that Southern is going to beat FAMU.
You sound like you're related to you sound like you're related to Mr. Campbell over there, man. I promise you sound like you're related to Mr. Campbell.
Listen, I'm a Grambling graduate. I'm a Grambling man.
I can't tell, man. I promise I can't tell. Man, you don't sound like you've been in no parts of Louisiana right now.
I'm a Grambling man.
You don't sound like it, dog.
Yeah. You know, I told you before, so we used to look forward to coming to Jackson, Mississippi. When I was at Grambling, that's why I was kind of hurt when Doc told me that Jackson and Grambling was not playing. That was a big game for us to come to. I had a little, I'm my age myself. I had a Plymouth Horizon. And we would put that little car on the road to Jackson. We would go I-20. We go through Monroe, Vicksburg, and then Jackson. And that was a big game for us.
Look, don't feel bad about your age. We know you got that good insurance, Mr. Ford. It's all good.
What's going on? What's up,
I'm minding my business. And I see my two nephews and my lovely niece once again being delusional. So see, it always takes a rattler to get things back in place. So because I am a rattler and we are the #1 HBCU, I'm going to give y'all the word for the night. Aberration. See, Zoe, this is what you're talking about, an aberration. See, you around here trying to get these folks these false facts. So let's kind of talk about this history that you're talking about. I was in the stadium in Jackson with no band, and you all got a Hail Mary to win that game. Because you should have lost that. Let me finish, and I'm going to let you go. Okay? So that was not no blowout. That was a last play. You guys come back down to Tallahassee, Willie's first year, and we messed the play call up when we should have won that game. Okay? So that was no blowout.
Willie gonna win it.
Deion at prime time, big bad Deion, and that game was 7-6. So here's what the quote of the day: a departure from what is normal, unusual, and expected, typically a one-time unwelcome occurrence. 59-3 was an aberration because nowhere in the history of these two teams had that ever happened. It will never happen again. It will never. So stop quoting a one-time occurrence. Okay? So stop it. So stop. So now, so wait, hold on. So Doc, let me tell you what my nephew saw the last time he was on here. You know what he said to me? Big you didn't see you don't see what Jackson State got. I'm there every day. You know, I'm making videos. I'm all in the videos, wearing suits. I know what Jackson State got. Well, I'm gonna say the same thing to you, Zo. You don't know what FAMU got. Cause see, I'm all in the video. I know, no, he ain't in Tallahassee. So if you ain't in Tallahassee, you don't know what we got. And according to you, you don't know what. And according to Zo, you don't go past I-20 Meridian. So you don't know what's going on in Tallahassee. According to you. So until you come a little bit east. So now, here's the thing. You all talking, this is what kills me about y'all. So everybody else can improve. You talking about my quarterback. So you going to tell me my coach who took Ryan Stanley, who was totally nothing, and made him into a comparable player, he can't do that with Musa? You going to tell me Willie can't?
JSU.
You can't say he can't do that with Musa? Come on, man.
He got a couple air to JSU. Go ahead.
Listen. So you guys come on here with your little JSU change. Yeah, we support it because Jackson State folks ain't got nothing else better to do but talk about Jackson State. FAMU folks are out changing the world. We busy. We're busy. So I'm here. I'm just here to monitor y'all from this foolishness.
Well, hold on, see, I tell you what. Hold on. See, I tell you what. I love the fact that you got your Western dictionary and you got the word aberration. While you were talking, I broke out my dictionary too. It's called a new normal, a previously unfamiliar or atypical situation that has become standard, usual, or expected. Well, guess what? When we tap that ass 59-3, that's a new normal. That's a new normal.
So you don't even believe what you just read. You don't even believe. You wouldn't even say that on the plaza out loud. I want you to stop that right now.
Hey, Steve, I didn't stutter though.
See, the reason why you ain't studying because you're on your third glass of Hennessy, so I know you already smoothed out.
I'm drinking honey bubble tea right now. I'm being organic right now.
Okay, okay. So you support your boy. Okay. So you transitioned. Wait, I'm sorry, it ain't 9 o'clock at Jackson. I'm sorry, you haven't transitioned just yet. In 15 minutes, you'll transition to the Hennessy. I got you. My bad.
It's a new normal now, dog. New normal now.
Well, listen. I'm going to make sure.
For real, what answer do you have for these things about Jeremy Musa? The not having a running back room, stand stiller than the Statue of Liberty.
Okay. And with all of that, wait a minute. With all that bad play, and this is your beautiful slide. Yep, cause to your logo. Well made. Everybody, like I say, Timon and I talk all the time. I love her to death. But see, once again, you always have that one delusional niece that no matter how smart they are, they always delusional. Even with all that said, and guess what? He was 9-2. So I'm gonna say this again. He's not going to improve at all. That's what you're saying.
Asking you, the one that's.
So I'm answering your question. So I'm gonna use what you just said.
Right.
With all that you got listed so well, bullet points and everything. Well, all and all. So even with that, he was 9-2 and kicked everybody's ass in the SWAC, but Jackson State.
I love it when you say it. I love it when you say it.
No, we know. We're not going. See, we don't do alternate facts.
Wait. Grambling 3-8. South Carolina State 3-8. Bethune-Cookman. What was that?
Did y'all not play Bethune-Cookman? Wait a minute. Y'all played everybody we played. Hold on. Y'all played everybody we played. Y'all play. Wait a minute. Y'all play. You all play everybody we played.
No.
Did you not?
No.
In the East, you did.
No.
In the East, we did.
In the East, you did. She just named the East team.
No, my point.
Hey man,
you didn't blow them out. You did not. Do we?
Hey, you know what?
You did not blow them out.
All I know is I feel like right now.
By a touchdown. Grambling, it was not even by a touchdown. It was 4. You won by 4.
When you all went down to Southern and Dion came from out the grave with his 2 sons play, and y'all barely beat Southern. Did y'all say, "Oh, we barely beat Southern"? Y'all was talking, "No, we beat Southern." No, nobody listen. When you get a dub, you get a dub.
Oh,
and
now it's when you.
We don't care nothing about no stats. I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody cares. Cause let me tell you.
Care about the stats. I wouldn't care about the stats neither.
Well, no, the stats say 9-2. That's the stat I care about. The stats say 9-2. That's what
I like stats too. I like stats. Hold on. I like stats too. All I know is Willie or two against first time head coaches. I like
listen. Well, listen. And I'm gonna say this again. With that being said, those 2 games were all in one play. So again, we're gonna go back to the normal or back to how it's supposed to be. Like FAMU has always done. So we're going to tell you a couple of things that's going to happen this year.
Okay.
We're going to win the Orange Blossom Classic. Y'all got making T-shirts about us. He'll let you know what y'all think. Y'all got T-shirts that you fundraise off the greatest of FAMU. Then we're going to run the table through the SWAC. We're going to actually win the SWAC in Tallahassee, and then we're going to come to Atlanta and actually show y'all how to win the game. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Let me get my black and mild for this right here.
Steve, you sounded like you're related. Steve, you sound like you're related to Jesse Jackson. You keep a hope alive. No, sir.
Listen, man. It ain't no hope alive. Listen, man. When you come for greatness, when you understand what great, Mr. Ford tried to explain to y'all about FAMU greatness, but you didn't want to. You didn't want to respect the elders. You didn't want to respect the elders.
Hold on. We can't understand what we don't see. How you greatness when you under our footstool? We got our foot on y'all neck. What's great about our foot on your neck right now?
Okay, I'm gonna say this again. You got your foot on our neck, and 3 out of 4 games are coming out to the last play.
It don't matter. 3 L's, right? Say it. It sounds good. You see it.
So wait a minute. Well, let me get this straight. So this is what I love about Jack State folks. And see, this was beautiful. Southern had beat y'all like 8 in a row. They had their foot on your neck. Y'all went 2 in a row, but 8 don't count, right? Them 8 don't count.
Hey, I ain't even mentioning the word about no yellow people down there in Baton Rouge. I'm talking about them Lakeland lizards over there. So
all I'm saying is when we win on Labor Day Sunday and Timona, and so I'm going to make sure I text you because I got your number to make sure because I know you're going to be all grandstand and make your videos and everything. But you make sure you come up to that.
I'm going to be on the field, baby. I'm going to be on the field.
I said you VIP, baby. You're going to be making videos and all that. But you're going to have to come up to the suite. You're going to have to come up to the suite. Because I want to take a picture of, listen, this is the only picture I want. I want you and you're going to have your little new J cap. They're going to have a fresh new J cap for you. Timona going to have her crispy J cap on. And brother said Delta chapter just going to be sharp. And I'm going to take a picture of all 3 of y'all. And I'm going to say, this is my family. And they got to respect the game. FAMU. That's all I want.
Man, all I want to do is, I just want to come down there after the game. I just want to see Thick 16 and the chick that did the picture right there by the snake. That's all I want to see after that game next year. That's it. Because she ain't gonna be 36 no more. She gonna be 16.
See, we don't claim the chick by the snake because she didn't go undergrad. She just came there just to get a grad. See, we just allow her to get a grad degree. She ain't no true rally. We don't count her. We don't. See, if you ain't winning that freshman calf, you don't. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you ain't saying the freshman door now, we don't get that. We don't get that.
So I got another question, Mr. Campbell.
Look, she got a J hat on. See, there she goes. Now she ready.
What do you say about Kamari Stevens? And he's an All-American, but some of his biggest games were against subpar teams. Do you think that those stats are inflated, like the Grambling game and the Bethune-Cookman game?
Timona, does a pastor know his word? Well, hey, the question is, go by the standard. What he do against JSU?
Nothing.
I'm gonna say this again. There's a reason why Coach Simmons told y'all why he came back to school, and a certain school on 1400 Street folks didn't come back. My coach tried to explain y'all this to y'all. We are the standard. Our grass is greener. Our grass is greener.
Hold on. You contradicted yourself. If he's the standard, what did he do against JSU? I got time. Since he's the standard,
no, I'm gonna answer that question. Didn't nobody do nothing against JSU last year when it was 59-30?
So do when you say it.
Listen. I'm gonna listen. See, I can understand. See, here's the difference. I don't argue for the sake of argument. I'll concede that because that's the only thing that y'all got. But what I will tell y'all is what I said this Labor Day 2023 on Blue Ivy's internet. I'm saying this. You get your little T-shirts, get your fresh J caps, get your little blue and white Nike Dunk shoes or whatever y'all gonna wear down in Miami. And when that clock hits 00, just make sure you in the suite so I can take that picture of all y'all beautiful education.
I'm gonna do one better. Me and you gonna be in fellowship, and I'm gonna make sure you got that J hat on.
Listen, now here's the thing. Now I have a J hat because I bought one for my mama. and everybody in my family got J hats. But see, I'm not putting on no. The only time I will put on a J hat, the only time I will put on a J hat is around Jack State graduation. And when Jack State, I'm sponsoring some of Jack State because then I respect the game. You know what I'm saying? I respect the game.
Put it on. You trying to make me put a snake on my head?
Well, I know you weren't gonna do it anyway. I would not force your beauty to put on the FAMU. I know you got your own style. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess up. I want you to have that because the picture gonna look better with you. Because see, we know Zoe gonna have his red J hat on, red, white, and blue J hat. You gonna have your J hat. Like I say, bro, said just gonna be dead sharp. You know what I'm saying? So I just want that picture.
I gotta pick me up a J hat, size 8. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm finna roll, y'all. I good with y'all later.
Nah, we good. You good? Because I know you gotta do your show.
1,400 in a couple.
All right, man. Later.
So Doc, let me just say one thing, and then I'm gonna give y'all your show back, okay? But here's my thing. You all want to say what we're not going to do or what we didn't do this year. So, but we can't improve. That's when I don't understand about the argument. So why is that you guys lost all these players and none of these guys have played in a SWAC game, but they're going to be okay. But we got guys to actually play the SWAC games and they're not going to be any better. That's the question.
You brought in over 30 players yourself.
Well, see, this is the difference. We brought in over 30, but we didn't lose 30. That's called building depth. Y'all had to bring in 30. Y'all had to bring in 30 because you had lost 30. See, there's a difference. Yeah, so we're building. So wait a minute. Just like, see, this is the thing where I want people to remember. You know what? You all have had the #1 class in HBCUs the last 2 years, right?
Correct.
But FAMU has had the #2 HBCU class the last 2 years, and the talent ain't been that far off. So guess what? And our guys have stayed. Our guys have stayed. All them flashy names that you guys got, they're all in Colorado, Charlotte, this place, that place. So all those guys, half those guys are gone. We're building depth.
It's not true. And you
know
it's not true.
Wait a minute. Okay. Let me ask you a quick question. We have a quick quiz. Where's your starting quarterback at from last year?
Colorado.
Where's your starting running back from last year?
Colorado.
Where's your starting best offensive lineman at from last year?
Where's
your returning best starting defensive lineman at this year?
Missouri.
Okay, so wait a minute. Your 4 best players that could have come back ain't there.
Just name a defensive lineman. How many players are there on the defensive line?
No, I just said with your 4 best. I can keep going because y'all got your best safety. Where is he at? Where is he at? Colorado.
You with it, Daddy?
What?
Do you see this trend going on here?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't. Well, I'll tell you what. For here's the thing.
Where was your best running back at? Being that you guys were last in rushing, 12.
Well, I tell you what. Wait a minute. One of them that's going to be good was hurt.
Huh?
2 offensive linemen were hurt. Well, I tell you. Well, no. I tell you. No. Let me answer that. No. I'm gonna tell you this. Those 2 offensive linemen, they'll be back. Now, what about yours? Because they playing in Colorado.
You talking about the 59-3 offensive line? Because they shouldn't have been hurt at the beginning of the game.
Well, they were hurt. We played. Now, see, Timon, now you know better because 2 of them got hurt against North Carolina game.
I don't
now,
know.
Come on.
I don't know that.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. See, y'all doing all that Twitter twerping and don't know the facts.
Is that why y'all scheduled 2 D2 schools? Because you don't
now see, and you know now. Okay, wait a minute. Now see once again. This is for free. I ain't gonna charge you. I'm not gonna charge you for this knowledge.
I'm finna pull it up.
I'm not going. We would not have played Lincoln if South Carolina State wasn't scared to play FAMU. Then this wouldn't even be an argument. It wouldn't even be a discussion. So why do y'all keep saying that when somebody dropped us? So what are we supposed to do at the last minute?
Not schedule pop.
Who we going? Okay, I'm gonna say the same thing like I said to BJ Jones. Okay, do y'all not agree that schedules are made way in advance, right?
Right. Yeah.
So people just drop what they want. FAMU call and come on play and give up a home game that they might have to come to play FAMU. You think Tuskegee gonna do that? Come on, Mr. Ford, answer that question. Tuskegee gonna give up a home game to come to FAMU when they can make more money playing down there in Tuskegee?
Yeah.
Come on, y'all need to stop it.
No, you need to stop it.
No, yeah, but you ain't got nothing to say about that though.
But you could have got something better than Lincoln, Mr. Campbell.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this again. You all do realize there is only so many schools that may even have that date open. You can't just say come play, and they be like, oh yeah, let's move all 11 games around to come play FAMU. They probably already scheduled. Lincoln don't do nothing for us. They don't make us no money. It ain't no. You don't think they probably call Albany State saying y'all want to know we're playing somebody? So that's what I'm trying to say. You can't sit back there and say that they looked and now y'all. The question is why did Southern schedule them? That's the question I want to. I know why we scheduled them. Why did Southern schedule them?
I'm worried about Southern. I'm worried about somebody who claims to be.
Well, I answered your question. No, wait a minute. So wait a minute. You asked me a question. The answer was South Carolina State. Would you wait a minute? Hold on. Would you do know for a fact that South Carolina State was supposed to play us in that slot? You right? Okay. So there's no more other argument than that. If South Carolina State doesn't cancel that, there's nothing else we even talking about. They canceled. So ain't nothing on FAMU. That's on South Carolina State. Not wanting to smoke.
Well, the answer to your question about Dooley, he likes beating up on Pop Warner teams.
Well, then it looks like Willie Simmons and Dooley are two peas in a pod then, huh?
No, remember I told you, don't mention Dooley and Willie Simmons in the same breath.
They got the same type of mentality.
Don't mention him in the same breath. Willie Simmons is a legitimate championship coach. His day is coming.
Well, why is he scheduling those folks, Mr. Ford?
That was already done, though.
West Florida? No.
Well, Dooley does it because he likes to run up 80 and 90 points on people.
Why does FAMU do West Florida?
Because we need to get a check. That's why. Because we broke. That's why. Go watch our documentary. That's why. We need that home game. See, one thing about FAMU is we are realists. We gonna get that extra home game. We gotta have it.
You see what Stephen Gaither said right here, right? He says South Carolina State wasn't running from FAMU. Both ADs said it was never on the books.
Stephen Gaither, what AD you talking about said that? Because Coach Simmons said otherwise.
Can you pull up the recruiting for FAMU? I'm not.
The AD that's not there anymore?
Lockhart, he wanted to go to Jackson. No, he wanted to go to Jackson State. No, not that one, the other one. He wanted to go to Jackson State.
Yeah, that's a kid from Atlanta. He went to Langston Hughes. Lockhart went to Langston Hughes. He's from here.
I'm going to Colorado. He said he was the first one to say.
How can Tiffany Dawn Sykes say that she wasn't even there?
So Lockhart decommitted from Jackson State.
Right.
And then he was on Twitter complaining, talking about they didn't offer me. They didn't offer me. They didn't offer me again. They didn't offer me. So then he just finally decided to go to FAMU.
Yeah. He's another one that's got that world-class speed too.
World-class speed. He's a wide receiver, Mr. Ford, and he's 5'6".
Yeah, but he can fly. Mr. Mona, I've seen him. He can run now.
He can run.
He can run.
I can't. There's one thing I can tell you about this. When it comes to watching,
I mean, shoot, if he get low, they ain't even gonna be able to see him.
Well, in that Sheree, what K-Dot, he's like 5'6" or 5'7", right?
Yeah, Sheree like 5'7".
What about how tall was Xavier Smith?
Xavier Smith was like 5'9.5".
Yeah, because Willie likes them little guys, but he want them to have that burner speed. He want that sprinter speed. He likes a small wide out.
Yeah, everybody that's a FAMU fan, y'all need to go ahead and go buy the old school Sega Genesis and get the Sonic the Hedgehog game. I loved it. Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one. Or you can get the one with Tails. What's that? That's the second one.
Oh, Jesus.
Because this season, because against Jackson State, knocking Sonic rings out of all of them. All of them.
Mr. Mona, please, Mr. Mona, please don't mention Willie Simmons in the same breath with Eric Dooley. And don't say that Southern's going to beat FAM, because it's not happening. I agree that Jackson, but not Southern, not Texas Southern.
But if it happens, that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to say I was wrong. But right now, don't mention Eric Dooley's name in the same breath with Willie Simmons.
Mr. Ford, I tell you what. Let me tell you what's so funny.
I got them losing to. Exactly who I got them losing to.
Southern, let me tell you what.
Texas Southern and Jackson State.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm sorry, Tremont. I mean, overtalk you. Go ahead.
Stephen Gaither, that was as an assistant. Now, yes, he's a championship coach as an assistant, but not as a head coach. He was a championship offensive coordinator at Arkansas Pine Bluff under Monty Coleman. He was also a championship coach under Fobbs at Grambling, but he was not the head coach. He was not the. Let's make that clear now. He was not the head coach.
Mr. Ford, I'm gonna tell you something. Watch how fast this narrative change. And like I said, and I'm gonna say now, and I'm being super serious. I want TC Taylor to be super successful because I know he loves. I know he loves Jackson State and what he represents being a Mississippian. So I want to be super serious about that. But now on the joke side, now here's the joke side. But let TC lose to Southern and let him mess around and lose to Alcorn. We'll see how long that honeymoon will be there down there in Jackson. We'll see how long then and how they be, they're proud of him. We wouldn't have lost this game. Watch how quick they change their narrative.
Well, I know he's not going to listen. TC's not going to lose to Eric Dooley. Now, I don't know about Fred McNair, but he's not going to lose to Eric Dooley. We ain't got to worry about that.
I mean, Fred McNair, that's like dignity. That's losing with dignity right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know about Fred, but he ain't gonna lose it.
Going 5-6 with no stable quarterback and a quarterback that has 7 touchdowns last year and 7 interceptions. All of our DBs will be wide receivers that game because they'll be getting pick sixes all day.
But y'all got Alcorn going 10-1 though.
Who?
Well, Avis, you don't believe that to be. Avis, is that Avis? You don't believe that.
Miss Campbell, hold on.
Alcorn State going 10-1.
Hold on. I was on that panel for HBCU Nightly.
Yeah.
I never said Alcorn was going 10-1.
Well, this is the story I keep hearing. How is it that you? I ain't gonna name no name, this person, that person, those people, you know it. And all of a sudden, I will name Blue, and all y'all on the panel, in some kind of way, Alcorn ends up 10-1.
I never said they were gonna be 10-1.
Well, how did that come about then?
Blue could back me up. Blue back me up. I said I had Alcorn at least going 7-4. I did it, like I said, I did a show earlier this year.
They should have done some silent voting.
Can go 7-4.
They should have did some silent voting on that particular live where people are able to cast their vote without saying it out loud and then give the results.
No, the way we did it was silent. The way we did it was like if we think that the game was going to be like the game was going to be correct, we basically, bro, Blue, don't let me come through this damn computer talking about having Alcorn going 11-0. Boy, you about to make me have a damn heart attack. Anyway.
I got him going 7-4.
I had got them going 7-4. I said the way we did it was if you think the team was going to win, you put your thumbs up. You think they were going to lose, you thumbs down. And then we was like, if you think this game was going to be a push, it's a push. We all said that. I never said that. They could shoot. I told G was on the panel too. I was like, bro, y'all not going 11-1. Y'all not going 10-1. I said y'all going 7-4 at least. G was like, we could go 7-4. We go 8-3. Can you win the West? That's the main question. The main question is, can you win the West? But the whole thing about it is, we know who's going to come out of the East.
The Jackson State University.
And I was on that same panel. Here go Blue. Blue talking about I'm going 11-0, bro. Come on now.
Uh-oh. Blue Blood said, drop the link. Can you pull up my slide? I want to just talk about my prediction real quick because Mr. Kimball's trying to be.
Pull up her slide. Pull up her slide. And this is the thing. And this is what again. Southern plays Jackson State first. Then they play us right afterwards. And this is what happens to Southern all the time. By the time they play y'all and do all that hoop holler and all that and talk about boombox classes, they're not going to even care. FAMU going to run them again.
They tired.
And that's another thing too. I want to know who Texas Southern plays before they play FAMU. Can you pull that up, Doc?
I got it. It's on my phone. Look, what's up, man? You talking about, bro, man? You gotta make me have a heart attack over here, bro.
I just had to mess with you, Doc, man. I knew that would get to you, but not, man. So the problem I have with the way the voting was done is that it was majority rules for every single game. So the fact that everyone had Alcorn going, 8-3, 7-4. Some people had 9-2, but everyone had them losing to different teams. And so therefore the majority would never give them a loss. And so you had weird stuff like FAMU and Alcorn going 10-1 when the majority of people on the panel wouldn't even pick that. It was just no one could agree on who they lost to. So I think what the better way to do it would be pick your panel and everybody come with their preset record. Like, Doc, what's your final record for Alcorn? Myself give my final record. Josh give his final record rather than voting on it with like a weird majority. Because that's what you get is when if I got Alcorn losing to PV, Josh had them losing to Jackson State. Well, if the majority of the panel didn't have them losing that game, you end up with a 10-1 record. But I don't even know if Fred McNair would pick Alcorn State to go 10-1 right now.
Nah. Nah. I wouldn't even did that. Like I wouldn't even did that. It was just the fact that it was crazy. Like I'm like, you know what? I cannot do this. I will not do this. I won't be able to see that. I can't see them going 10-1. I cannot see them. And it's been a minute since they had a record like that. But so it is what it is. But I'm about to wrap this thing up. Simone, you still there? Like everybody jumping off. Uh-oh. Yes, sir. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Listen, I wanted to ask Blue, what did he think about this talk about Florida State being in the Final Four? Is he still on there?
Nah, he jumped off.
Oh, Blue, can you hear me?
I think he jumped off. He jumped off.
Okay. Yeah, Blue, put in the chat. What you think about Florida State being in the playoffs?
We shall see on that. But I don't know. The Final Four. Oh, college football playoffs.
Yeah, they saying that Florida State's got the best team since Jameis Winston's time.
Let me see what Blue said. But we gonna roll up out of here. I'm gonna switch everybody over to Ken Clark because that's where they going right now. At over close to 200 people up in here tonight. Glad to get Mr. Campbell back up here again too. But Mr. Ford, you got anything going on?
I'm watching Denver and Miami. It look like Denver gonna blow them out again.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
And you'll be on tomorrow, right?
Yes, I'll be on tomorrow.
And by the way, the Texas Rangers are doing well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They had a game tonight against in Kansas City. So
and y'all in first place in your division?
Yeah, they first place in the West in the AL West, and then they ain't got Kansas City. They got Tampa Bay.
And here's the other thing that's got me. Okay, now Nick Saban makes between $11 and $12 million, I think, base salary as a head football coach at the University of Alabama. But he's mad about some of them kids making $2 and $3 million on NIL. Somebody figure that out. What is that all about?
Well, basically, shoot, because these kids getting millions, they feel like they can't, they're not going to be able to listen to the coach. But
so he wants continuation of slave labor, right? That's what he wants, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, tell him it's over. They're gonna have to pay these kids.
Mr.
They don't come to see Nick Saban. They come to see them kids.
Invigorated. I said I've never seen you hold it down for FAMU like that. That was great.
You know what? Listen, like I said, I agree with y'all that Willie's problem is Jackson State. But I'm saying, don't act like Willie ain't beating up on somebody like Eric Dooley, and don't be mentioning Willie's name in the same breath with Clarence McKinney. Now, Doc just gave us them wins and them losses. And you know Eric Dooley don't compare to no Willie Simba.
I wasn't really worried about the players.
Well, I'm just saying, now, I agree with y'all when y'all say that his the mountain for Willie Simmons is called Jackson State. He has yet to climb that mountain. Okay? But now when it comes to Southern and Texas Southern, he will own it. He own them people.
So the issue is, do you put a coach that's able to go 18-2? Do you put that type of coach in the hot seat?
No. No.
One team? Or do you
Doc, you're right. It can get warm, but here's the thing. FAMU made a major mistake. You know, Doc, you and I talked about this. They made a major mistake when they got rid of Billy Joe. That was 2003. Mm-hmm. They were in a state of chaos and confusion from 2004 until Willie Simmons walked on that campus. So them people at FAMU, they know better than to be talking that. Now they gonna worry him, they gonna pressure him, they gonna call him at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. But they know they can't get you. Ain't gonna get no better than Willie Simmons. You ain't gonna get no better than that. And I don't think they're gonna make that mistake again.
Do you think they'll advocate like the SEC is trying to just get rid of the divisions?
Oh yeah, Because listen. If you get rid of divisions and go pod, the Celebration Bowl, not the Celebration Bowl, but the SWAC championship every year is probably going to be FAM and Jackson. It's going to be FAM and Jackson because those are the two premier programs. Like somebody said, Alabama State's going to be improved, A&M's going to be improved, but really. The two premier programs, number one is Jackson, number two is FAMU. So if we get rid of the divisions and go pods, that SWAC championship every year is going to be Jackson versus FAM.
We're going to be SWAC East and SWAC West forever. FAMU's never getting there.
You know what? I can see Dr. McClellan them going to the pod. I can see it.
Or they could probably just go ahead and get rid of the division, just have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to get rid of those divisions. You'll make more money in the pod.
That's when you can select. That's the only way FAMU gonna get there to the SWAC championship, and they still gonna lose.
Yeah, but they'll be there. The pod would serve FAMU way up. Because I've always said this: Jackson is too dominant in the East. I would rather see Jackson in the West. Let FAM be the big dog in the East. And then at the end of the season, those two teams meet up.
Don't be over here trying to cook talk about us moving to the West. We ain't moving to the West.
Listen, Mr. Mona, it would help the SWAC. We got the two big dogs in the one division. Doc, you know that.
It is true.
We need, there's nothing legitimate. But Mr. Mona, that is not a perennial winner in the West. If you put Jackson in the West, they are the big dog.
Alcorn is supposed to be that premier.
No. Listen, he just told. Remember, what's his name? G told us the other night. He said that Alcorn has they're number 3 or something with the lowest budget. What was it, Doc? He told us. Remember we were talking about budgets.
Oh yeah, they had the lowest athletic, but they had one of the lowest athletic.
But yeah, so the big dog in the West needs to be Jackson State. The big dog in the East needs to be Florida A&M.
Miss Body said, "Nah, we need to stay over there." Nah, we gonna run this. We gonna end this up right here tonight, and we gonna run this back tomorrow. What's gonna be on the agenda for tomorrow? You got something to talk about for tomorrow?
Whatever it is, it ain't gonna be with Coach Green.
All right.
I'm not playing.
And like I said, y'all not gonna have to worry about me talk bad about people on my show because I don't do that. Would never do that. You know what I'm saying? I will defend the people on my show, but I will never talk bad about just anybody on the show just for the shits and giggles.
Oh yeah, we ain't gonna talk bad about you. We'll talk bad about your team.
Yeah, we're gonna talk bad about your team. It's our love, but it's out of love though. It's out of love.
It's opinion. It's just
opinion. It's out of love. But what I'm saying is
bringing our opinions to the table, but we not throwing no personal shots.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. You will never see me do that. You will never see Timon do that. You'll never see Mr. Ford do that. You won't hear none of that stuff. So we're not gonna do that.
Somebody said that FAMU needs to go to the West.
No.
They the last one in. Last one in does not get to be choosy. So y'all go to the West. Yeah. They don't even want to leave Florida. They want
like I think one of y'all just said it. Y'all go ahead on and love these divisions because they going the way of the dinosaur. We going to pods probably next year, the next 2 years.
I hope not. Don't.
Yeah. They gonna get rid of them divisions because you'll make more money with the pods because you'll select the teams that's nearest to you or the ones that you make the most money with. The SEC ain't doing away with them divisions for nothing, and the ACC ain't doing away with them for nothing either. It's more money to be made.
Yeah.
What money are you talking about, Mr. Ford? We already make money.
Yeah, but listen. Instead of FAMU having to go all the way to Houston, they don't have to do that if you do the pod. They would play Bethune. They would play Alabama A&M. They would play Alabama State. Who else? Then they could play that South Carolina State every year. It would be better for them. The scheduling would be better.
I don't know about that. You're gonna have to.
You don't think so?
Pods are.
You gonna have to convince her.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you like the pods because you're gonna see. I think isn't it next year, Doc? The SEC goes to pods and also ACC.
I think it's just the SEC. They not going to pods. They just getting rid of their division, so there's just one whole big.
Okay, so they're gonna just they're doing is they just gonna pick the best 2 teams at the end of the year to play for the SEC championship, right?
They're gonna get permanent rivals though. So similar to how we have our permanent rival, which our permanent rival of right now is Alcorn. That's a permanent one. We need to be Southern.
And that's a natural. But I'm saying I think we should look at the other thing I keep saying now. If you're gonna win that Commissioner's Cup, you should be paid for that. Now I still say that if you're gonna win that Commissioner's Cup or that C.D. Henry or that Barbara Jacket Award, you should get.
Where they want to get the money from? A sponsor?
Listen, you know the kind of money that the SWAC office is making right now. They take what 40%, don't they?
40% of what?
They get 40%.
Don't they take 40% from the home games?
Yeah, it's in the bylaws.
Yeah,
he's
making money.
You ain't taking 40% from our home games and then making us go to raggedy stadiums in Alabama.
Mr. Mona, that's a nice stadium at Alabama State and Alabama A&M.
That one. I'm talking about the one that they have for our class.
Legion Field. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we don't. Nah, but it is true. We do give 40% off. It's a 40% to the
40%. Yeah. But he was the way the commissioner was talking. They taking in a lot of money now.
Get somebody else to do it.
Well, we
And by the way, Doc, you know you got to go ahead on and call them people at the SWAC office. You need to get to do an interview with them.
You know
need
what?
to do. I'm not gonna act crazy. I'm not like you say. I ain't gonna ask them crazy. But you need to do an interview with Dr. McClellan.
Maybe if we go to the SWAC Media Day,
right?
That would be a time to sit down and say,
yeah, that would. You're right.
Where do you see this conference being in 5 years with regards to X, Y, and Z? But reaching out and talking over this type of platform, no.
Mm-hmm. You don't think he would come on here?
No, I don't know. I think I will probably wait until I get 2,000 followers. Maybe
he might come on here. Yeah, he might come on.
I'll wait.
But
Doc, you don't know anybody in the SWAC office?
I had emailed Andrew White. I mean, Andrew, the director of media, and so I could just figure out how to do so I could get the SWAC Media Day credential.
Listen, they know who you are. They know who you are. They know who Mr. Mona is. Listen, they know who y'all are. Because if they didn't know who you are, if they didn't know your identity, they wouldn't let you come to that SWAC meeting, to that SWAC Media Day.
Well, yeah, Andrew Roberts. Yeah, I emailed him like last.
No, we're not merging with the MEAC. But I'm
getting ready to go. Listen, Mr. Mona, that's my wish. I still say we're wasting time. I do believe that it would be in our best interest for the SWAC and the MEAC to merge.
Why?
I do believe that. I just think it would be it would bring together the East Coast, the Mid-South, the southeastern part of the yes. I think it would be great.
Super conference. Most of the conferences that merge, like for instance, the one that North Carolina A&T joined, that conference.
You talking about the CAA?
That conference will be dead in 3 years. There'll be people going independent, like nope.
Well, you know what, you got a point there, because see, my thing is with the economy getting ready to collapse like it's gonna fall, yeah, I can see that.
But the one thing that HBCUs are able to do, and it's not the MEAC schools, but the SWAC schools, what they're able to do is when it comes to like rivalries and stuff, through whether there's an economic downturn or not, they're going to show up to those football games.
Right. Yeah, they are going to come. That's right. You're right. They are going to show up. But here's the thing. You're talking about adding the geographical location of the Eastern Seaboard with those 6 MEAC schools. And like Doc, you know, I've said this, do it. We don't have to create anything. We do it like the NFL.
Why don't they just expand the MEAC SWAC challenge if you want it that way, and then do it across all different types of sports? But as far as like bringing the MEAC on board, no. MEAC football is way different.
Unity is always good. Yes. I think in the next, like you were saying about the next, one of y'all said about the next 5 or 10 years, we are going to regret that we don't combine the SWAC with the MEAC. We're going to regret it.
They don't even have the same level of, in any sport, like everybody has differences. So like in the MEAC, they don't even have the same level of engagement with football, with attendance.
Well,
or anything.
they don't, right? They don't, and that's because they play all of those day games. You're right about. But the other thing that the MEAC doesn't have, they don't have administrative leadership. If we could take those 6 schools,
parts of it.
Yeah, Mr. Mona, it would be a good thing to combine those conferences. It would be a great thing. I'm serious. You know, a lot of people didn't want that Celebration Bowl. That's turned out to be a great thing. If you combine the MEAC with the SWAC, that would be a great, and listen, that would expand our influence almost half the country.
Why wouldn't the MEAC expand out like west, like?
Well, the main thing is if the MEAC does not join the SWAC, the MEAC is going to go the way of the dinosaur. It's going to be out. It's going to be no more MEAC. It's going to be a memory, a history. That's what it's going to be.
Let's we
already got MEAC teams, FAMU and Bethune.
Listen, we need to combine the 2 conferences.
Listen,
Listen.
They ain't bringing our APR scores down anymore.
Listen, we gonna talk about that. Let's continue that conversation tomorrow, right there.
Okay.
Because the brother is hungry.
Okay.
This is told me to call her because she in Missouri right
See
now.
y'all tomorrow. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same time, Doc. Same time.
8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
Okay.
What? Some of the folks that be on these streams.
It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Oh man, it was a good show tonight, y'all. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight. Y'all go ahead. It's it's 9:32, and look like, oh yeah, Ken Clark has the coaches table, guy from the coaches table on the show tonight. So I suggest everybody go run over there. To run over there and listen up, y'all, and listen up, man. I thank everybody for joining me, but we're gonna end this on a good note, and we had some fun tonight. But as always, y'all stay blessed, y'all be blessed, y'all stay safe, and y'all stay dangerous. We'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, Saturday, HBCU Saturday Night Live. Peace.